In today's video, we are going to see one more point of sequential circuit is shift registers. Okay, before going to study shift registers, what is meaning of registers? A register is an element which are used to store a single bit. The registers are made up of SR, JK, D or T flip-flops. So a single T flip-flop is nothing but one bit registers which stores a single bit data. So what is meaning of shift registers? Our shift registers are special type of sequential circuits which are mainly used for the storage of digital data. Okay, the group of flip-flops, the shift registers can be implemented like the group of flip-flops are connected in a chain so that the output from one flip-flop becomes input to the next flip-flop. These are the basic types of the shift registers: serial in, serial out, serial in, parallel out, parallel in, serial out, and parallel in, parallel out. These are the basic constructions, or you can say basic block diagram of the shift registers. These are stage A, stage B, stage C, stage D, in which these are the clock. These clock are applied to all these stages simultaneously. These are the serial data in and these are the serial data out. Okay, in this similar way, this is SIPO, means serial in, parallel out, in which data is serially entered but it taken out parallelly. We will see in detail each and every type in the upcoming part. So for the implementation of shift registers, we basically use D flip-flop, because if you observe carefully the operation of D flip-flop, if input is 0, then output of D flip-flop is also 0. If input is 1, then output of D flip-flop is also 1. So in the digital electronics, only two values are there, either 1 or either 0. So this D flip-flop is more suitable for the implementation of the shift registers. Okay, then let's start shift registers. The first part of the shift register is serial in, serial out shift registers. Okay, the serial in, serial out shift registers accepts data serially, that is bit by bit, one bit at a time on a single line. It produces the stored information on its output also in serial form. That means if you suppose this is a connection cable and this is a point A and this is a point B. Okay, if we send this data 1 1 1 1, then first this bit will be upper, then this bit will be upper, then this bit will be appear, and this bit will be appear. This appear or output of point B will be in the serial form. So this is called as serial in, serial out shift registers. We'll see the construction of these shift registers. The first, it consists 4 flip-flops. So this is called as 4-bit shift registers, because one flip-flop is for the 1 bit. Here 4 flip-flops are available, so it is called as 4-bit shift registers. This is the third flip-flop, second one, and first one. Okay, this is the data in. This is D3 bit, which produces Q of 3 output. This is of D2, which produces Q of 2 output. This is D1, produces Q of 1. This is D0, produces Q of 0. Okay, so what is the construction part? The output of the first flip-flop is input to the next, the output of the second is input to the next, and output of the first is input to the next. In this way, data is serially transmitted from one stage to another, another stage to next one, and next one to stage to next stage. In this way, so it is called as serial in, serial out. This is called as clock. Okay, if you observe carefully, this shows we are going to implement serial in, serial out shift register with the help of positive edge triggered clock. This one. Okay, then this is a clear, in which all flip-flops are clear first. Okay, I hope so you understand basic constructions or block diagram of the serial in, serial out. Then look at the operation of the flip-flop D3, D2, D1, D0. These are the inputs. Q3, Q of 2, Q of 1, Q of 0 are the outputs. Okay, and initially we assume that all flip-flops are clear, so the contents of all flip-flops are 0 0 0 0. Okay, then we'll assume that when this D3 bit is value 1, we are going to analyze the sequence like 1 1 1 1. Okay, so this bit will be entered here. So what is the value of D3? Is 1. Okay, and we says that this first clock is applied at the rising edge. Okay, then what will be happens when D3 is 1 and we apply first clock pulse, that is positive edge triggered, then this D3 bit output is present as Q of 3. So Q of 3 is 1. Okay, but the contents of all the inputs are 0. So D2 is 0, definitely Q2 is also 0. If D1 is 0, Q1 is also 0. D0 is 0, so Q0 is also 0. This will be status after applying of the first clock pulse. Then we'll assume that we will enter a second value 1 here. So what will be happen? This Q3 will be present here. This will be 1. Okay, this D3 is also 1. When we apply D3 with 1, okay, then we apply next clock pulse, that is positive edge triggered clock pulse. What will be happen? This 1 will be entered into flip flop. So D3 is 1, D2 is also 1. So that what will be happen in the second clock pulse, due to conditions of the D3, Q3 is also 1. If D2 is 1, definitely Q2 is also 1. But what is the initial condition of the Q of 2? Is 0. So D1 is also 0. What is the initial condition of the Q of 1? Is 0. So D0 is also 0. So there is no change in the output of Q1 and Q0. Okay. Then we will enter third bit and we will apply third clock pulse with the positive edge triggered. D3 is 1. Okay. So if D3 is 1, then what will be happen? This D3 bit will be present at Q of 3. Okay. What is the value of D of 2? D of 2 is 1, which is present at Q of 2. Because Q of 2, D1 is also at third clock pulse. This due to this 1, Q of 3 is also 1. Okay, this D of 2 is initially 1, which is transmitted to D of 1. So this will be available here. Next, what will happen? Due to D of 2, Q of 2 is also 1. Due to D of 1, Q of 1 is also 1. But what will be initial conditions? Q of 1 is 0. So D of 0 is also 0. So Q of 0 is 0. So at third clock pulse, the conditions are Q3 is equal to 1, Q2 is equal to 1, and Q1 is equal to 1, and Q0 is 0. Then I want to transmit or this bit inside the first flip flop. Okay. Then what will be happen when we apply fourth clock pulse? Then this bit is 1. So due to this bit, Q of 3 is 1, that's why D2 is also 1. Q of 2 is 1 due to D1 is also 1, and Q of 1 is 1 due to D0 is also 1. Okay, so when we apply fourth clock, then Q3 is 1. Due to this, Q2 is also 1, and due to this, Q1 is also 1, and then last Q0 is also 1. So all flip flops are stored with the values of 1 1 1 1 at the output bits, but we are not getting data at the output. What is the data is required? We need 1 1 1 1. So for the entering or store the first 4 bit inside the register, we need 4 clocks. Okay, so if you want to output present here all the bits 1 1 1, we need one more another 4 clocks. Okay, I will just follow step 4, fifth one. Next, what will happen? All bits are finished here, so we'll assume that bit will be 0. So at D3, 0 will be present. Definitely, whatever the values which are present here, which will be present here, 1, this one here, this one here. Okay, this due to this 0, Q3 is also 0. This will be 1, this will be 1, and this will be 1, and this one will be present here, which will be first output, which are present after 5th clock. Then next 6th clock, assume next bit is also 0, so this is a 0, this will be 0 comes here, this one comes here, and this one come here. Okay, so the bits of output will be also changed. Due to this D3, Q of 3 is also 0, this Q2 is going to D2, so Q of 2 is also 0. Then this one will be present here, this one will be present here, and this one more input will be present at the output. Okay, then the 7th clock, what will be happen? Will be assume that the next input will be 0. We are not considering that will be 1, so we'll assume that this bit will be 0. So this 0, Q3 D3 is modified with the 0, so this 0 will be present here, this will be present here, and this will be 1. If all the bits are 0, then this will be 0, this is 0, this is 0, this will be 1 present here, and this one is present here. So at the 7th clock we are getting output 1 1 1. Okay, one more input is output is remaining, that is last one. So we need 8th clock, and contents are the input of all flip-flops are 0 0 0. So all these contents are output present at the output of respective flip-flops, and this will be 0. So at the 8th clock pulse, all outputs of the flip-flop are 1 1 1. So if you want to transmit data serially, we require more number of clock pulses, and it will be increase the speed, increase the operation speed. That's why it is little bit very slower as compared to other flip-flops. So we'll take one more type of flip-flop, is serial in, parallel out. Okay, I hope so you understand serial in, serial out shift register. Let's continue with the serial in, parallel out shift registers. Okay, the construction is a little bit change. Instead of serial out, we are getting output at the respective output of the flip-flop, but data we always feed into serially. These are the clock which are positive ST clock, and these are the clear which will be reset the flip-flops. Okay, in this register also 1 bit data is shifted, but output will be present after sometimes. Okay, this is called as 4-bit serial in, parallel out shift register. This is a D of 3, this is Q of 3, D of 2, Q of 2, D of 1, Q of 1, D of 0, and Q of 0. Okay, so let's assume that data will be again 1 1 1 1. This will be serial in data. So what will be contents of input and output will be C, Q of 3, Q of 2, Q of 1, and Q of 0. Okay, initially we assume that all flip-flops are clear, so inputs are 0 0 0, and due to that output is also 0 0 0. Next, we want to insert this bit inside the first flip-flop. Okay, so this D3 will be 1. Okay, and when first clock is applied, is a positive edge triggered clock. When first clock is applied, what will be happen? Whatever the input is present here will be present at the output. So Q of 3 bit is also 1. Okay, but What is the condition of the D2? D2 is initially 0, that's why Q2 is also 0. D1 is initially 0, so Q1 is also 0, and D0 is initially 0, so Q0 is also 0. Okay, but data will be present here, sorry, Q3, Q2, Q1 and Q0. So data will be present at the first output. Okay, then I want to transmit this bit or load this bit inside the first registers. So D3 is 1, okay, and the second clock is applied. What is the initial condition of this? Q3 is 1, so will be appear at D2, so D2 bit is 1. What is the initial condition of Q of 2? Is 0, which will be input to the D1, so this is also 0. What will be initial condition of the Q of 1 is 0, so it will be input to the D of 0, so D of 0 is also 0. So what will be changed? D3 is bit is 1, that's why Q of 3 is also 1. Okay, next this Q of 3 is input to the D of 2, so due to this Q of 2 is also 1 and both are 0 0. So at this time the output will be 1, this is also 1. Next I want to feed this bit at the D3, so D3 is 1 and we apply third clock, this is second clock and this will be third clock. Okay, then what will be conditions? Q of 3 is 1, so D of 2 is also 1. Q of 2 is 1, so D of 1 is also 1. Then what is the value of Q of 1 is 0, so D of 0 is 0. Okay, and when third clock is applied, then D of 3, this bit input is present as Q of 3, so this will be 1. D2 is 1, that's why Q of 2 is also 1 because clock is applied, and whatever input the output will be present. D of 1 is 1 and we apply the clock, so Q of 1 is also 1. But in this flip-flop, last stage of flip-flop, D of 0 is 0, if we apply the clock, Q of 0 is also 0. So the contents are 1 1 1, so this is the 1. Okay, the next fourth clock, what will be happen? I want to insert this bit. Okay, so D of 3 is 1. Okay, due to Q of 3 is 1, D of 2 is also 1, Q of 2 is 1, D of 1 is also 1, and due to Q of 1, D of 0 is 1. Okay, and fourth clock is applied, then the respective bits will be present at the output. So D of 3 is 1, definitely Q of 3 is also 1. D of 2 is 1, that's why Q of 2 is also 1. D of 1 is 1, that's why Q of 1 is 1, and D of 0 is 1, that's why Q of 0 is 1. This will be happens after the fourth clock. If you observe carefully, what is the difference between the serial in and serial out shift registers? All bits are present at the output after completion of 8 clocks, and in the serial in parallel out, all bits are present after the completion of the fourth clock. So speed of operation of this shift registers is more as compared to serial in serial out shift registers. I hope so you understand little bit about this another type of the flip-flops. Okay, let's continue with the next flip-flop, that is parallel in parallel out shift registers. Okay, let's continue the parallel in parallel out shift registers. Okay, in this if you observe carefully, this is a MSB flip-flop and this is a LSB flip-flop, where this is a bit of D3, D2, D1 and D0. In the similar way, this is Q of 3, Q of 2, Q of 1 and Q of 0. In this way, we will take one example. In this example, want to transmit 1 1 0 1. These are the parallel inputs. These are the parallel inputs. Why it is called as parallel inputs? Because data entered into each and every flip-flop is simultaneously after applying of the clock pulses, which is not in the way like output of first is input to the second, output of the second is input to the next one, and so on. So in this, whatever data is entered into all the shift flip-flops is in the parallel form, and the data is taken into parallel form, because at each and every stage data will be present at the output. This data is also present at the output, so it is called as parallel in and parallel out. Okay. This is about the construction of the flip-flop. What will be happen? First, we'll assume that all the flip-flops are clear. So these all clear inputs as well as outputs. Next, when we apply first clock, what is the value of d of 3 is 1. What is the value of d of 2 is 1. What is the value of d of 1 is 0, and what is the value of d of 0 is 1. Okay, when we apply first clock pulse, which is positive edge triggered clock, at the rising edge of the clock, this data which are present at the input of each and every shift flip-flop will be present at the output. So this will be 1 1 0 1. In this way, within a one clock, the whatever the data is present at the input of each and every flip-flop will be present at the output of each and every flip-flop. So it is called as parallel in, parallel out shift registers. If you observe carefully, in this type of shift registers, we require very less number of clock pulses to generate the data. So up to the part we study first serial in, serial out shift registers, in which data is shifted one by one from each and every stage. To get all the data at the output of final stage, we require maximum number of the clock pulses. If we need 4-bit data, then we require 8 clock pulses. If we are dealing with a 3-bit data, we require 6 clock pulses. Okay, in this way we need extra number of clock pulses. The next, this is a serial in, parallel out shift register, in which data is shifted parallel in serially, but data will be present at the parallel output of the respective flip-flops. And then last one, which is the parallel in, parallel out shift register. In this shift register, data simultaneously serial in, parallel in, and simultaneously parallel out. In this way, data entry and data output will be done simultaneously. With the one more type of shift register is parallel in, serial out shift registers. Okay, what is the difference between in this? If you observe carefully, in this approach, each and every flip-flop is fed with input bit from parallelly, and output bits are shifted serially. So it is called as a parallel in and serial out shift registers. Okay, this is a little bit complex one or critical one to implement, because what happens, we have to first load the bits inside the shift registers, and after that we have to shift that bits from one stage to another stage, from another stage to next stage. That's why we need one control line. In this, we can first assume that data will be loaded serially, parallelly, and then after loading of data we will transfer one by one bit. Okay, so this is a control line which works as a shift as well as load. Okay, if the value is 0, then it will be inverted 1, and this will be 1 here, this will be 1 here, so it will be acts as a load. When it will be 0, then it will be 1. When it will be 1, it will be 0. When it is 1, it acts as a shift. Okay, what is meaning of loading? Suppose I want to transmit bit 1 and 0. These are the parallel bits, and I want to transfer from the into serial form. Okay, first what will be happen for this pattern? What is the value here? 0. Next, what is load value? Is 1. Here value is 1. Okay, what is load value? Right now it will be 1, and here no need to be this control circuit or control logic. So this is also 1. Okay, 1 into 1 1, 1 into 0 0. Okay, in another approach, if this line is active, then this will be disabled, so automatically this value will be 0. If this is 0, 0 into something becomes 0, this will be 0, 0 into something becomes 0. So 0 plus 0 0, 0 plus 1 1, and this is a 1. So the bits are D2, D1 and D0 are 0 1 1. In this way we can first lower the bits, and after that by disable these lines we will shift the bits from one stage to another stage. I hope so you understand the basic concept of loading as well as shifting and what is the importance of this control line. Okay, so first we will assume that D2, D1, D0, Q of 3, Q of 2 and Q of 2, Q of 1 and Q of 0. Okay, initially we assume that all flip-flops are clear, so all values are 0 0 0 0. Okay, at initial we'll kept that this will be 0. Okay, if this is a 0, then this shift line will be disabled first. Okay, and load line is enabled first. This will be enabled first, and that's why if this is enabled, this value will be 1. Due to this flip-flop, this gate and this gate will be concerned with the I1. If this is I1 and this is a I0 value, I1 into 1, what is the value of I1 is 1, 1 into 1 becomes 1. What is the value of I0 is 0, 1 into 0 becomes 0. Okay, at that time what is the approach of this line? This approach is disable line, so 0 into this will be disable line, so it will be 0, 0 into something becomes 0, this is 0, 0 into something becomes 0, so there is no shifting operation is carried out. So the values are at D2, that is this value is comes here, it will be 1. Okay, at D1 we are going to perform loading operation, so it will be also 1. At D0 this is 0, 0 plus 0 becomes 0, so it is also 0. So at initial conditions, when we are perform load as an active line and shift as an disable line, and when we apply first positive edge triggered clock, then these bits will be appeared at the output. So what is the value of D2? It will be shifted to Q of 2, so it will be 1. What is the value of D of 1 is 1, which is available at Q of 1, it is 1. What is the value of D of 0, which is available at Q of 0? This is also 0. Okay, this is the loading operation is performed. Okay, and these are the respective outputs. Okay, then what we have to do? We have to shift the bits. That's why for the shifting we have to perform the reverse operation. Which kind of reverse operation? Here instead of this 0 we have to apply 1. Okay, if we apply this 1, this 1 is comes here and this will be becomes 0. If this is 0, then right now load line is disabled and this line will be enabled. Okay, if this is enabled, there is no control logic, so this is as it is. Okay, so D2 is 1. Next, then what is the value of Q of 2, which is present here? Because this will be active high signal, so it will be 1. If this is a 1, 1 into what is the Q of 2 is 1, so 1 into 1 becomes 1, 1 into 1 becomes 1, so approach of D1 is 1 also. Okay, then what is the D of 0? This is Q of 1 value is 1, so will be present here. This is a 1, this is the active high line, so it will be 1, 1 into 1 becomes 1, 1 plus 0 becomes 1, so D of 0 is 1. Okay, right now I will apply the clock. This is second clock. Okay, when you apply second clock, then the bits will be appear at the output. So q of 2 is nothing but d of 2, q of 1 is nothing but d of 1, and q of 0 is nothing but d of 0, and the first bit of output will be present. Okay, then next when you apply next clock, that is clock number 3rd. Before that, what will be contains, there is no change of the I of 2, this as it is. Okay, this bit is q of 2 is 1, so this 1 will be present here. 1 into 1 becomes 1, 1 plus 1 becomes 1, so d of 1 is also 1. Then q of 1 is 1, so 1 into 1 becomes 1, 1 into 0 becomes 1, so d of 0 is also 1. Okay, then when apply third clock, then what will be happen, this bit will be present at the respective output. So this will be 1, this is 1, this will be, this 1 is come here, this one will be output, so values are 0, 1. And when for the remaining next one, once again we have to going to shift their values, so no change into the control lines as it is. What is the d of t is as it is 1, d of 1 is nothing but q of 2. What is the value of q of 2 is 1, so it will be present here. What is the value of d0, output of q of 1, what is the output of q of 1 is 1, so it will be present at d0. Okay, then when we apply a next clock pulse, that is positive edge triggered, then this bits will becomes here. So the d2 value, q2 value is replaced with d2, q1 value is replaced by d1, and here d0 value is replaced by the d0, and here third bit will be present here. So after consecutive 4 clocks, we are getting 3 outputs, 3 bits at the outputs. This data is in the shifted serially, that's why it is called as parallel in serial out shift registers. This all about the different types of shift registers. I hope so you understand little bit each and every type. If any doubt, please put into comment. Thank you very much.